Michael3992 says, these budget videos are a really great add to the channel. Curious to see if you could pull off the opposite as well. A cash $ deck. Dude, I'm going to try. It's going to be quite difficult, actually. Much more difficult than a budget deck. So the core issues we have here is if we only want to run Mythic Rares, we have access to 0 impactful 1-drop interactive pieces. I think the only Mythic Rare you could run is the Tiny Bones 1-mana 1 with Death Touch, which could potentially like block or trade early. Other than that, we have no 1-drop interactive pieces like Cut Down or Elspeth's Smite. So the next thing you would want is then a 3-mana sweeper to cover for that lack of 1-drops like Temporary Lockdown or Split Up, but those are both rares. So that's an issue. Structurally, we're going to be pretty slow off the bat versus aggro. We're hoping our opponents stumble a little bit. Otherwise, to stabilize this early, we have 4 copies of Virtue of Persistence, which is a Mythic Rare. I'm very glad we have access to this card. 4 copies of the Harvester of Misery, which can also double as a 5-mana sweeper, so I'm really happy to have that. 3 copies of the Virtue of Loyalty. If we're lucky, like we can flash it in and pick off a weenie mono red 1-mana 1/1 that they're not expecting. And then a single copy of Pest Control. I already own this card. I just saw it sitting in my Mythic Rares. Don't craft it. It's a 2-mana sorcery to destroy all non-land permanents with mana value 1 or less. Also has cycling too. Do any cards in Standard have cycling? It seems like such a weird card to exist. I've never seen it before. The artwork is kind of freaking sweet, so hopefully we can play this card today. So against aggro, we're slow, but if we can survive the Day of Judgment, maybe we can survive. We got Cornucopia to gain life, so like maybe we'll get there. Against control is honestly maybe going to be even harder for us. As I've explained before, there used to be a day when Planeswalkers were value engines. If you got one to stick around on the battlefield, you could accumulate value over the course of the game and eventually win the game. It's not really the case anymore because enchantments do that better. They do the same thing but better. Of the Beanstalk, 2 mana, draws cards every turn. Caretaker's Talent, Unholy Annex, all those basically do what Planeswalkers used to do, but better. So our Planeswalkers are worse, and these are a lot of what our Mythic Rares are on. So control is going to be difficult too, and also Get Lost is a 2-mana instant that's going to pick off our Vivian Re. We're going to slam 5 mana for this useless Mythic Rare Planeswalker, and then Get Lost is going to kill it immediately. So it's going to be tough, but you asked for it, so let's give it a go. I'm excited to try it anyway. Whew. Yeah, I'm not nervous, but like, I think this deck, I know for sure this deck will be worse than my best budget deck. The mono black budget deck is very solid. And is much better than this one. Even the Reanimator deck is pretty solid, especially if you spend any Mythic Rares to get Atraxa, then you're really starting to move. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely keepable. Get that play cam going. Up against stupid usernames. Fast land. And this deck's probably on par with the... Alright, so here's mono red, but at least we're on the play. We got the Harvester immediately. We kind of have to do it now so we don't get burned by Monstrous Rage. That's okay. As long as we hit our 3rd land in our 26th land deck and 4 Cornucopia deck, we'll be okay. Kind of hot. Yeah, this deck might be on par with the one I played yesterday. The budget deck I played yesterday is a little bit tough. It is the Azorius Enchantments kind of Voltron deck. It's funny, one of you guys left a comment after the fact. Not a land. Sucks to suck. At least they're stuck on one. Listing almost the exact same deck, except it was mono white. And instead of the 4 rares going to whatever that flash... Alright, what are we doing here? I guess we want a Day of Judgment. Instead of the 4 rares going to like the flash scout that draws you a card whenever you cast an enchantment or enchantment enters the battlefield, their 4 rares went to the white glimmer creature whenever like a creature with power level 2 or less enters, you draw a card once per turn. And I bet their version is actually probably better than mine because one, the mana base is cleaner. You don't have to ever have to worry about having dual colors or dual lands. All your stuff will come in untapped. And the only card you're really losing out is so we just sweep here. The only card you're really losing out on is like the 1-mana enchantment that whenever you deal damage, you draw a card. I forget what it's called. I have no idea. Ow. So we hit the sweeper, but like, is it enough? The 1 land... I guess you can't risk the Virtue, right? Otherwise we just lose. So we could go Cornucopia Liliana. Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
No more distractions. Let's make this. Off
All
you
right, we're
go.
at 5. We could win this game. Do you have any instant in hand? Oh, really? 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 So I told you, this is the problem. Even on the play, with Wrath of God or Day of Judgment or whatever, we still lost. Which shows you the powerful of one-drop interact pieces. And also the 3 mana sweepers. Like, I told you, that's exactly what's going to happen. So, we'll try again. They just stumble a little bit more. We were close to getting there. The final cards in hand were 2 hasty creatures and a pump spell. Almost any other combination of things would not have gotten them there. And with the cornucopias out, like, we could have stabilized and sheltered on the way. Like, we definitely could have won that game. But yeah, it's tough. We're on the play. We got interaction. We don't have black, actually. It's probably a mistake. Well, we'll see how this goes. Duress. Take my Ren. Okay. So now we have the opposite matchup. Let's see if they take the Harvester or not. It's the only removal spell, but we can't cast it yet. Yeah, they do. All right, we'll figure that out. So, yeah, we lost the first matchup versus aggro, and now we get to do the second matchup versus Unholy Annex. And we're about to see if our Planeswalkers can outvalue the Unholy Annex. They don't have it yet. They do have their own Planeswalker.
Nobody knows you won't be outsmarting me.
So we basically want to Beza this turn, which means we can't Cornucopia. So we could bin the land, or bin the Cornucopia here, just in case we top deck a powerful 5-drop. We'll be under them in terms of cards. And we have no 1-drops to play anyway, so I think it doesn't matter how we do this. We could tap land here instead. Okay, draw me a card. Okay. Sure. See if they plus or minus. I don't know if Virtue of Loyalty can get us there. Ow. Cool, like that. It's going pretty well. That's actually not awful. Can Day of Judgment and flash in the Loyalty, and then play the other half. We get back our Harvester too. Yeah, it's gotta be this, right? We don't want to take any damage from the Slasher. Okay, so they plus Liliana. We sack the Harvester. We cast the Virtue of Loyalty. That's a card. Okay. Plus. Yeah, you can go. Gain a precious life. Vraska. Okay. We can bin the Archfiend here. Beginning of your end step. Draw and proliferate. Give him the treasure. I guess it's got to be the treasure, yeah? Get rid of the 6/6. I don't see any other options here, really. Here we come. Full price Vraska. Oh, we don't even have to black for that. Baby Vraska. Where's all our black land? Goodness gracious. -2? Become a treasure? Alright, we are miraculously kind of in the game here. If we can get Vraska draws every turn, we could survive. Another Slasher. We need more sweepers now. But we're not, like, out of this game. They don't plus Liliana either. Virtue Persistence. We can attack down Liliana here. Pretty nice. That means you're a 0 and proliferate, yeah? Beginning of your end step. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to do this now. Okay, proliferate just on you. It's not targeting this thing, right? Nah, don't target that. All right, just checking. Cool. Zap you. We are miraculously in the game here. I thought for sure we had lost, but now I'm into it. Okay, vigilance, Liliana down. Whew.
I'll take my zombies and leave.
And we'll have a Virtue of Persistence pretty soon. We now have double black finally. Edict, sack a Planeswalker. They don't get back the Archfiend. Opponent hits us for 14 points of damage. But I think we hold up. We want to slam Virtue Persistence this turn, right? And then next turn we get back. Harvester can't sweep, unfortunately. Oh, they don't even have any good creatures, actually. We just get back the Bat. Oh, we get back Beza. Beza's not bad. The block's not very strong here. I think I'll take it. I mean, it's gonna be a similar thing next turn. We're gonna tap out. I think this is fine. How much mana we got? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We slam Virtue Persistence, get back Beza, right? That's the only way. And if they have the Archfiend, we just lose, but there's nothing else we can do about that. So here we come. We're doing our best against the best, or one of the best decks in Standard. Good game. All right, they have the fucking Archfiend. Damn, dude. I was excited. I thought we actually had a chance. That blows. That blows. We had a chance there. We were actually holding in there. The top deck of the fucking Bloodletter. I did have fun. I'm just annoyed. We'll go again. So, yeah, that's how all Mythic Rares is going. It's worse than a budget deck for sure. Let's try to get a win today with this thing. Let's see what comments you guys got. Let's see. Yeah, this is the guy I was talking about earlier. YK97. I like this content. I'm free to play myself. I guess so. We have Ray of Judgment. Maybe that's enough to win. I'm free to play myself, and I use budget decks to get to Mythic. Here's a list for you to try. Use it to climb to Mythic with an 80% win rate, but once I got to Mythic, I have around a 35% win rate. And it's the deck I was describing earlier. It's the budget one I played yesterday, except it's mono white instead of Okay, not super helpful here. Alright, we could just lose against this. Day of Judgment's not going to be particularly good against the Cacophony Scamp. We should probably be, like, threatening full control here. At least pretending. We're not even doing that well. Okay. Wow, all of these are really bad against late Day of Judgment. The next... We don't even have double white yet. This is actually the bigger issue. I guess we could make it off Random Realm Breaker and then lose that land, as sad as that is. That's wild.
I will give you all the time I can.
Oh man, we could hunt for the land. I think we just plus here. If we plus, we sweep it though, right? That's so sad. We don't want to sweep our own land. That's ridiculous. Let's minus. Let's mail and get the untap white land. If we sweep successfully, we could win. So I guess we do plus here. Because I want her to survive. We get the trigger if we attack with this thing first.
Break free and fight.
So we can go land, attack with Cottage, get the food token. and then Day of Judgment and sweep our own poor land, but like I don't know what else to do. I guess we could also Beza. One there? One face? They must have the +3 ability, so that'll be 5 damage. So we're gonna lose Ren here. Cool, I like that. It's a good game of Magic. Inside out there.
Forces through me.
4 damage to the face. So even if we top deck the white here, we still take 6 more damage to the face. And we don't top deck the white either. So that's like game, very much. I guess we could have mulliganed, given that we didn't have double white. This is game right here. There's no way this isn't game. Let's wait for them to cast anything at all. Maybe they're 2 chicken. Flip you. That's 8 damage. 9 damage. If they sack the scam. So Day of Judgment does not fix this problem. And, yeah, nothing fixes this problem. Proliferate. Down to 1. Another hero? Sure. It's the white land, but it comes in tapped. Oof. Alright. Again, my temporary lockdown is very good. Gets around these issues of destroying creatures that want to be destroyed, actually. Let's see. Budget decks with 4 rares are pretty entertaining. Another idea would be to take a top deck and change 4 or 8 cards and show how the changes help with the current meta. I mean, that's basically every video I always do, right? Generally, I'm looking to play the best version of any given color combination. Whether that means changing it or not from the most played thing, depends. Yeah, I mean, we don't have green yet, but we have Virtue and Harvester early. It just depends if we're up against controller aggro. Not sure. If it's Pixies, then we could be okay. Yeah, generally that's my goal. And now we're at the end of the 3-month period, and I have nothing better to do. So I'm just screwing around with these budget decks. But normally my goal is to pick a color combination and then make the absolute best color combination in a niche, like aggro, control, dinosaurs, whatever. Within that specified niche, the goal is just to... I don't think they can protect this at all, right? They can't counter the discard. I don't think they can pump it up past 1 toughness, so I think we can just let it go. I don't foresee needing to kill anything else more, so we'll take it anyway and get back to Virtue. Okay. Huh, the next bat. That's okay. Okay, so we could Cornucopia here. And we don't have the greens. That's actually our only option. Because we need that to cast double green for anything else. Yeah, you're not trying to make the best decks I possibly... I'm always trying to make the best decks I possibly can. The question is just like, what niche are we picking for that day? Dr. Ruckus, do you make any updates in your mono blue deck? It's been some time since you play it.
Something suspicious is going on. Drop it.
Okay. We can't quite kill Liliana here. We can threaten her a bit, I guess. Plusing's interesting. I kind of think these lands are going to put in work, though. If we're going to lose 1, I guess we're okay losing the Caves of Corlos. Alright, start threatening Liliana. And we get the fast line down.
Couldn't be more annoying.
It's a good voice line. You couldn't be more annoying. Mono blue. Dude, mono blue is tough. I don't know if anything's rotated from the original, you know, Jin counterspell deck. The thing is, like, Oculus basically does the same thing, but better. And the mono blue, like, fairies decks just suck, dude. I don't know if you can get me to play that. I have limits to what I'm willing to do for entertainment, and I think mono blue flash fairies just sucks too much for me to do. I could probably play the old school Jin deck, but I'm just not sure that it
Don't be jealous.
I don't know, would be that interesting to people.
Stay back. Just
4/5.
Don't overthink things.
Technically, we could bin the land, attack with the caves, then drop Nissa, then plus Nissa, and they could tap it down and attack Ren? I don't know if we trade a land for Kaito or not. I think I'm willing to bin the land here. I guess the only issue is they're going to potentially bat next turn. Maybe we'll deal with that later, though. I think let's do it like this. Oh, I thought we could keep the lands forever. That's too bad. Plan remains basically the same, though. Let's plus here. This is fine.
Allies everywhere. Stand with us.
Attack down Liliana, I think, while we can.
This isn't how things were supposed to go.
So if we slam Nissa here... You only have 3 loyalty, is that right? We plus make a single blocker. And it would still die immediately to Kaito. We could instead flash in the Virtue of Loyalty. We could give up the Ren and Realm Breaker. Because the question is, who's the most valuable person here? Ideally, we keep Nissa alive. So the question is, do they have removal for our 4/4? They just gave away Go for the Throat. But they know it's in our hand. I feel like flashing the loyalty isn't that good. Because we just end up in the same position, but a little bit worse, I think. So I think we're slamming Nissa and getting at least a creature out of it. Even if it's maybe not optimal. No artifacts or enchantments to destroy. So we get a 4/4. And we can chump block, or they can use the next Go for the Throat on it. We're not sure. One in deep thought. Okay, they locked down the 4/4, which we knew could happen. Attack down Nissa, sadly. We get to keep the Ren, though. They get to bat away the Virtue of Persistence. Ooh, it's Sheldred. That's interesting. Well, did not really expect that. It's not looking good for us. Basically, we can minus the Ren and try to hit a playable here. A permanent card. Like, we could get lucky and hit a Vrask or something. I think we're definitely on the back foot. We could also just attack down Kaito while we have the chance, though. I think that probably is what has to happen here. Alright, let's begin there. I think that must happen here. Okay. Oh, shit. What am I thinking? I guess we can offer the trade with the Virtue Persistence. They know we have it. It's actually fine. This is not what I don't know why I spaced that. I was reading your comments at the same time. But it does actually offer the trade with the Sheldred, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Okay. That was kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. And we can still flash in the loyalty to make a chump blocker for Ren if we really want to. Then we get the cottage next turn. That's not what I meant to do, but it's not actually the end of the world. Okay, here comes the bat. Obviously, we have to flash this in now. And maybe they have a removal for it and get Ren anyway. Can you kill my 2/2? You can tap it. Now it's sent to 1 loyalty.
Control the fight.
Ren dies. We can power up the Restless Cottage, but they'll have the Cavern Bat, so Kaito lives. Hit another land. But I guess we have to threaten the Kaito here. This is a weird game of Magic, but we're technically still in it. Does anything in the graveyard matter? Not really. Like, we actually want creatures down there in case we ever land a Virtue Persistence. Chump block. Kaito lives again. I mean, we have a 4/4, a 2/2, a Restless Cottage, and Virtue Persistence, and some food. This is a weird game, but we haven't lost yet. We also have a lot of power in the deck. We have enough land to cast almost every spell. Plus, it's a 5/6 now. To the face, down to 14. They can block with the Soulstone Sanctuary. Hit the next land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands here. I think we go after Kaito with the cottage and the 4/4. See if we can't kill this thing off for good. Okay, create 2 blockers. Sure. Tap 2 creatures. Tap target creature. I guess technically we can eat the food then. Although we have enough mana to do that anyway. If you cast a spell, it's 1 more colors. Okay. Well, that's too bad. Up to 17. Yes, we'll still threaten the attack. Alright, we're both kind of hanging in there. I'm not calling us out of the game yet, though. We need a clean shot at Kaito, but it's been very hard to get. Next turn, they can power up the Soulstone Sanctuary and get double blocks again. Gix. That's probably about game right there. Their drawing is going to be better than ours. If they attack with both, they lose the Kaito, unless they hit a removal spell. But the drawing is pretty insane. So I'm not loving these odds now. That was a big turn for them. Third land.
I've got you beat 6 different.
Surveil, draw another card. Thinking. Touching all the cards. Basically just need creature removal. Now they have 2 blockers. So we can still kill Kaito if they have nothing else. But they do. Cut down maybe? Yeah, cut down for the 2/2. So now we can't threaten Kaito because they have 2 blockers for it. Let's see if they can make it a 4/4, then it could trade. No. I don't count lethal on their end. I think we threaten Kaito again. They attack with Gix and basically win off of that. We could Virtue of Loyalty instead. This would give us a pretty big blocker, but with the Flyers attacking every turn off the Gix, like, they're going to draw into removal anyway. So we're kind of screwed any which way we do this. I think we've effectively lost. I think we were okay up until Gix came down. And then I think that was about game right there. Again, we'll leave the creatures. Take go for the throat. I think they just let Kaito go. Attack for 3, draw 3 cards. Maybe attack with 4 for the Soulstone Sanctuary. Like, they're pretty set here. Kaito managed to survive a really long time. An unfortunately long time. But that's okay. Whew. 10 damage. I will eat my food, thank you. And this should about wrap the game. Oh, we could draw a sweeper right here. I don't know if we'd win the game, given that Restless Reef is still on the way. Yeah, I guess no. I guess even through the top deck of the sweeper, there's no way to win. Dude, just draw, what, 4 new cards? Yeah, Gix was the turn of the game. Before then, we were going 1 for 1. But that's just a superior draw engine to whatever we have in our deck for the most part. Which is okay. I mean, we have lost here. There's no way to do it. Yeah, that just is what it is. There's not going to be a way to block everything. Dude's got 2 mana open. Yeah, I mean, that's game. That's game. We can pop this. We have a single 3/3. We can block their 5/5 and take 5, so tough dude, but that's it. I think that might be the end of my patience. It's 32 minutes into this video. I don't think I can tolerate anymore, even for your enjoyment. If we were to play 8 hours, we could find some epic games and splice them into an edited video, and I could tell you how cool this deck is. But like I said in the beginning, I knew it was not going to be a good deck. It does not have enough early interaction to survive mono red. And it doesn't have the sweepers to compensate either. And then against control, the draw engines just aren't powerful enough to keep up with the other draw engines, which is why Planeswalkers are, for the most part, not very heavily played in Standard. So if you wanted to know why, this is why. Have a great day. And I will see you in the next one. And like and subscribe. If I'm doing this shit for you guys, like and subscribe. And leave comments. Goodbye.